Hi friends, this is Pastor Lucas Pina, and this is your snack for the journey. And during this week I'm sharing with you a few stories of my adventure going to receiving the call from God to serve Him in the ministry, and going to preparation in the seminary, and being ordained. I'm celebrating my 40th anniversary of ordination, and it has been great. It has been great. I'm so grateful to the Lord for calling me and using me during all these years. So I share with you that during the seminary time, I had to work. And in the Presbyterian Church in Brazil, normally when you graduate in the seminary, the presbyteries normally they give you 1 or 2 years of experience before they ordain you. But my presbytery decided to waive that period of training and experience because, as I said in the last video, during the seminary I had to work with 2 congregations in the presbytery. So the presbytery said, well, he already has the experience because he is working solo in those churches, so they waived that. So the big day was the presbytery meeting. They scheduled the presbytery meeting. The presbytery in Brazil, they have 1 meeting a year. At least at that time they had 1 meeting a year. In the beginning of the year, every January they would schedule, and they would go to a church. In U.S., most of the presbyteries is a kind of one-day thing, and they have very many meetings throughout the year. But in Brazil, it was just 1 meeting. They would meet during the week, all the way beginning probably Monday, and then go all the way to Sunday. So they would do all the business of the presbytery at night. They would have celebration in the church that was hosting at that time. They would have services. All the pastors from the presbytery would preach. So every day we had something special going on, and then during the day we have the business meeting. So it was like that, but they decided to do in my home church, the presbytery meeting, which was great because I had the opportunity to be ordained in my home church. So these pictures that you're seeing here, a few of them, it's of my ordination. I was ordained with another pastor. He was an elder in the same church, in my church, my hometown. So he was an elder there. So both of us were from that church. Cristiano and we were from that church. So it was a big party for that church, and people from all over, family. It was great. And then we had in the morning we had the celebration of the ordination, and at night we had the service with communion. And it was interesting because the communion they were not prepared for so many people, so we didn't have cup enough. So it was so funny to see all the deacons going downstairs, washing the cups and putting the wine and going back, and it was great. It was great, and I had the opportunity to give the benediction, my first benediction. Probably you don't know, but in Brazil, only the ordained pastor in the Presbyterian Church can do the benediction, the apostolic. They call the apostolic benediction, and it's only the ordained pastor. Nobody can do that. So the presbytery invited me to do the benediction. It was my first benediction, and there's a picture there for that. So it was a great time for me. It was a great time for the church, and it's so good to look back and say, well, God is faithful, God is good, all the ups and downs, and God is still faithful, and I'm glad that I'm still hanging in there, preaching, serving, and I hope I can I can go for a long time. But this is just a snack for your journey. God bless you.